Well, hello everyone, and thank you guys for watching. Classic Bike Rider here, bringing you the first video, my first video 2021. I guess happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. What else did I miss? Happy Valentine's, happy Independence? No, not Independence Day. Happy well, whatever. I missed a couple of holidays there in between. But how's everyone's been doing? Hope your year came out to a great start. On my end, surely did. First video of 2021. It's been long in the tubes. My baby was sick since my last video that I made. I think it was in November, when I changed the battery, and I noticed first two things I noticed on the bike. First, after the end, my last ride, and I parked it, one of the front shocks totally blew out, started leaking oil really bad. I mean really bad. It leaked all the oil out, the right hand shock completely blew out the seal. So that was one thing. Later on, when I first got the bike, it was leaking antifreeze, and I bought this thing called liquid copper and put it in the radiator, and that stopped it. So just like a few weeks after I discovered the leak in the fork, in the seal, one day I come in the shed and I see a puddle under the bike, and I was like, wow, that's a lot of oil coming out of that shock. But it didn't quite look like oil, and it was right under the bike, not on the front under the wheel. Turns out it was the antifreeze. It leaked all the antifreeze out. So I was kind of like discouraged for a little bit, thinking, what the hell is going on with the bike now? But I'm remembering back when I got it, it used to leak the antifreeze out every time the bike ran and stopped. So I guess beginning March, mid-March, I went out to Walmart and got this thing called, I was trying to find the same thing, the liquid copper, and nobody seems to have it. None of the auto parts stores, nobody. When I got it last time, I got it on Walmart, and I remember I got it for my PT Cruiser when it was leaking out of the heater core. So I went and got this thing called K-Seal. Supposedly work miracles in cars with blown head gaskets and stuff, and that seemed to help. The leak stopped. Just because I didn't want to go through all the hassle, I had to take the air breather out. I had to take the carburetors out, and right under the carburetors there's a connection with a gasket, and that gasket, it seems to have been dissipating and thereby making a leak. So that's been taken care of. Last week I I didn't repair the shock. What I did is I went on eBay and got me a set of forks that were good. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send the one that I took off out to be rebuilt, because I don't think nobody local does work on this bike anymore. So I'm gonna send it out to be rebuilt. I'm gonna have them both rebuilt, both sides, and I'm gonna have them. But I'm planning to sell the bike anyway, because I wanted to get me a Gullwing. I'm dead set on getting me a Gullwing, and God have blessed me with a great job, great pay. So I'm gonna do it. Woo, it feels good to be back in the saddle. It's a little chilly today, but the temperature's supposed to be going up. The temperature's supposed to be going up. So yeah, in a nutshell, I haven't been making videos because my baby was sick. Last week I got it all done. I'm gonna go get some breakfast and I'm gonna see where can I have it inspected. I ordered a couple of fingerless gloves from Amazon. They're supposed to be coming tomorrow. And when I get home later, I'm gonna give her a bath. I'm gonna wash her out. I bought this thing from Harbor Freight. It has a nozzle and it has a reservoir underneath that you put the soap on. You connect the hose to it and you spray it, and you spray the foam in this foam soap in it to wash it out. I'm gonna do that one. I'm gonna do my car. My car, on the other hand, is a little sick too. It seems like every night, every morning when I go to move it, the left front brake is collapsed, so it gets stuck to the rotor, and it gets stuck to the rotor until the brake fluid heats up. Then it works great. So I don't know if replacing the caliper will do it, or replacing the caliper and the hose, or just replacing the brake fluid. I also bought from eBay, not eBay, Harbor Freight, the brake bleeder kit that you connect to the air compressor to bleed out the brakes. So I think I should do that first. But I'm afraid that if I move that bleeder screw, it's gonna just collapse, gonna break. So I'm undecided for that. I think I might just replace the whole caliper and the brake hose. So I'm gonna do that route, and then I gotta replace the brake rotors again, because that one on that side now is warped. It was supposed to be unwarpable, those cross drill rotors, but I guess if the brakes pads were stuck to it, ain't no way it could save it. So yeah, in a nutshell, that's what the beginning of the year has been to me so far. Anyway, I'll catch you guys back up in a little bit. So, gas prices have gone off the roof. Remember last year when the pandemic was going, the price went down to like $1.50. That's because there was no demand, so they had plenty of stock. They had to sell it cheap. But now, holy shit, price of gas have gone through the roof. The roof is on fire. We don't need no water, let that motherfucker burn. Yep. The old town of Riverhead. Oops. Oopsie. What are you doing, doofus? So, my wife's car, and this guy's lost for sure. Don't know where he's going. The GPS lost signal, the freaking phone lost the signal, and now the GPS got him lost. She had a 2010 Nissan Sentra that we got in 2012. It was a 2010. We bought it in 2012. 2 years later, used, the one that people lease and then return. Mechanically, the car was great, except for the check engine light will come on, and I had a coat for the catalytic converter, bank one below threshold, something like that, or some shit like that. But it wasn't on all the time. It was only on for a little bit, and then it'll go away, and it'll drive fine for a couple of weeks, and then you will get the check engine again. So we come to talk. I mean, it was gonna be like $800 to replace the cat converter, and it was gonna need AC compressor. So we figured like close to $1,500 with all said and done. So I gave her the choice, so we can either fix the car or we can sell it for what we get. And now that I'm making decent money, I can get you a different car, new car. She was hesitant at first, but then we decided, you know what, it's time to get a new car. So we did. We got her a 2021 Chevy Equinox. Nice car. I'm a fan of Chevys. Like, I have a 2012 Malibu. Nothing against Ford. I like Fords too. Anyway, I'll be back in a little bit. Alright, so breakfast was good. They sold this place. There's different owners. Same people works here though. They all know me. I knew the original owners since they were in Main Street. They had that small little joint in Main Street. And they've been here on this location for a while now. But breakfast was good as usual. Oh, I hate gravel. Gravel and motorcycles do not go together. Now I'm gonna drive around for a bit, see if I can find a place that does inspections. I think I might go to 2 Foot Road Cycles. The old man been there for years. All my first motorcycles, I always had like old motorcycles, and I always go to him for parts until the internet. But it's still there, I think. So I'm gonna take a quick expressway ride to Medford. That way I can use up some of that old gas that has been there since November. Just me. If not, then I just take a ride back on Montauk Highway. I'm sure there's somewhere they that I can find that can do inspections. Later on, there's this great restaurant in the Smithtown in Smith Haven Mall. It's called Texas Brazilian something. It's a little on the expensive side, but the food is great. So what you do you know, you get seated, you get the option of buffet style meal. They bring everything to you to the table. You don't get up and you don't touch anything. They bring everything to you. And then they give you, if it's 2 people, they give you 2 dots. One side is green and one side is red. And when you have a green, they start coming with different types of meats. And those rotisserie stick thingies, any kind of meat you want, they'll bring it to you. And until you turn that dot to the red stop, to the red side, they keep bringing you meats and more meats and more meats. So I went there with my wife one day. It was like $100 and some, but it was well worth it. $100 and some for the 2 of us. It includes the drinks. So it was great. So my wife needs to get some clothes for the Isabella's baptism. And we're gonna go to the mall. She can probably find something. It's funny. Women, every time there's a party or something or celebration, they need to get new clothes for each party. They, God forbid, they can wear the same thing twice. For me, I look in the closet and, oh, that's a new shirt. I haven't put that in a while. There you go. For the party. But woman, no. My wife got so much clothes because she buys them and puts them on once, maybe twice, and that's it. She's so funny. She had a couple of years ago, I think 2019, or was it 2018? 2019. She was, when we were still living at the asshole's apartment, when he had laundry, so we had to go out to the laundry. She went out to the laundromat with her sister when the other sister was here, and the new laundromat has this curbs directing the traffic one way, and she was coming out of there, and there's a car coming so fast, and she got scared, and she kind of like jumped the curb. When the car jumped the curb, I guess the steering wheel pulled her arm one way, and she felt the pinch. And ever since then, she was complaining of pain in the arm, and we went through all different doctors and pain medications, and nothing seemed to help. So at the end of last year, she was referred to, we went to a different chiropractor. I guess it's chiropractor, the one that does muscles and crap. Anyway, we went to a different one, and he said, oh, that's just tendonitis. They didn't do shit. They just took a x-ray of the arm, and they just didn't do anything. They sent her therapy, and that was it. And they gave her a shot of what the hell is that thing that they inject for the pain? Anyway, oh, idiot, fucking idiot. Anyway, he just put a shot on her, and that was it. And she kept having the pain, and it never got better, and it kept getting worse. And now she was up at night because she couldn't sleep. No matter how she lay down, she get the pain. And finally we went, she got her doctor, sent her to a different, what the hell, what the name of those doctors are, not chiropractors, another word for it. Anyway, he sent her some, not x-ray, freaking MRI. In the MRI, he saw that she had 3 snapped tendons in her arm, like right in the middle of the arm. I'm pointing in my I'm pointing to my arm, and you don't even know what I'm pointing at. In the middle of the arm by the biceps, she had 3 snapped tendons, and they had collected up by the shoulder in the middle of her back, and the other end was collected by the almost over here by the elbow. And that's what the source of all her pains. So she finally got surgery like the 2nd week of March, or the 3rd week of March. She had surgery to repair the broken tendon. So she now, nobody around here except her insurance for the therapy. I told her, you know, she can go, I'll pay for them, but all the therapy does is just help her move the arm and regain movement. So she's been doing it on her own, which is cool. Anyway, I'm gonna head down to Medford, Route 112. I'll catch you guys back up in a little bit. Well, I just got my bike inspected. This place is great. I've been here for years. Say he opened in 1972, and I used to come over here all the time when I got all my other old bikes from my first bike. And I'm surprised, I'm glad it's still here, because with the internet I didn't think none of these little shops would survive, and apparently he did, and he still got his great customers, great service. And I remember I used to come over here all the time to get my bike inspected, so don't need an appointment. Just show up. Just show up, and that's it. And remember, his wife was sick. She's still there, thank God. She beat breast cancer. I remember, because my ex-wife and her got along really well. Surprisingly, because I couldn't get along with my ex-wife, but apparently someone did. Someone else beside me got along very well with my ex-wife. But now, many years later, I come to realize my ex-wife, she had her quirks, but she meant well. I mean, she suddenly brought up my kids. Anyway, I'm gonna scoop through here to another road. I'm not planning to take 112 all the way out to 27. Too many lights. Too many traffic lights. So I'm heading back home. My wife is already home. She said she didn't want to bother me because she knew that I was out on the motorcycle. Oh, God bless her. Wait, that's the road that I want to be on. That's Suffolk Avenue, I think. I think that's Suffolk Avenue. Yep, no, Peconic Avenue. If I'm not mistaken, there's a big junkyard over here somewhere. I'm not sure if you guys seeing good. Battery's going down, so I can't record for long, so I have enough to say my goodbyes later on. Yeah, there's the junkyard up ahead. This one right here. Oh, they're not there anymore? They closed down? I don't see the name. Yeah, they're still there. They just got no name. And this back here is Gershaw Metal Recycling. Oh, this feels so great. A&A Insurance Auctions. That's like Copart. Duck classes. Oops. I think I just screwed up that class. More cars, more junkyard. Now that's the auction. Boy, they got a giant lot. This is the Gershaw Recycling. The other one was Winters. Anyway, I catch you guys back up when I'm closer to my house. So I just back there there's the guy that I pay for to get my CDL, Victor CDL driving school back in 2004, paying $1,500, which entitles five one-on-one classes and the road test. And if I was to fail the road test, he'll give an extra class for free and another road test for free, which was good, but I passed it. I remember, and I can never forget the day that I went for my CDL road test. I was the last test for the day. I guess it was the lady who was testing me. She was tired, I think she was sick. She had her head leaning against the side of the truck, and she goes, turn there, and back up over here. Now back up. All right, let's go back. You pass. She deducted 5 points because I did too many maneuvers to back up, but who would have thunk it? Now I can back those freaking trailers up to the docks with my eyes closed. So my job is a small company. So last year I started working, I don't know if you remember, at the end of the year, like September, I got back into truck driving, which I hadn't done for many years. And because of the pandemic, I needed to make some money. And I went for the guy interviewed me. It was a one-on-one interview at the yard where the trucks were. And he hired me on the spot. But it was hourly rate. He told me that he didn't pay overtime. He'll pay straight hours, straight time, which I didn't care. But then he started fucking around, telling me that I was taking too fucking long. And this, we used to go out to Jersey pick up Cambridge bricks and bringing it back to different suppliers here in the island. And there was one on the South Amboy, New Jersey, which is an hour and a half, almost 2 hours there and almost 2 hours back. But the trick is we couldn't take the main highway because he didn't want to pay the tolls. Going there, we had to go in through the city, through Manhattan, onto the Lincoln Tunnel and out. On the way back from South Amboy, you had to take the outer bridge through Staten Island and back. And anybody who's anybody knows after 5 o'clock in the morning, the BQE traffic is insane. I was stuck in freaking traffic yesterday since like 3:30. I got home at fucking 9 o'clock from the traffic. I had to go do a delivery near Atlantic City. Just one, going there. Got there at 9:30. I was out of there by 1:30. And by the time that they unload me and whatnot, and I stopped to have lunch and use the restrooms, and coming back right before exit 13 on the New Jersey Turnpike, traffic went dead stop. It was like, fuck. So I decided, since I was close to exit 13, I took exit 13, Gothel's Bridge, through Staten Island and out to the BQE and back. That was a mistake. Oh, motorcycle. Sweet. Nice. Sweet. The Nomads. Motorcycle gang. The Nomads. Anyway, back at hand, the traffic was insane. But what I started saying, it was my old boss with the truck company, the flatbeds. He kept telling me that I was taking too long to come back from the deliveries. Well, first of all, coming back with a loaded truck, you can't do more than 70 miles per hour. You can do more than 60. So that's one thing. So he started pissing me off because he kept telling me that I was taking too fucking long. So one day he called me up and he tells me that it was payroll day. When I sent him my hours, he told me that he started giving me all these numbers, right? And he tells me that he's not making any money with me because I'm taking too long and blah 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 blah, the tolls and blah 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 blah, the diesel, blah 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 blah, insurance. The next day I had to go again out to South Amboy and pick up a load, come back, drop it, and leave and go get another one. So I started looking and I saw on Craigslist the ad for this company. We're looking for drivers, and some dropping hooks, but mainly was going out to Pennsylvania every day and back with deliveries. Go out, empty, pick up a load and come back. So I called them up. They gave me an appointment for the next day at 11 o'clock. So what I did, I called who was my boss then, told him, "Man, listen, I can do the early delivery. Whoa. I can do the early delivery, but that's it. I can't go to the next one because I have an appointment at 11 o'clock, a doctor's appointment." They go, "Okay, should have told me earlier, should have told me sooner." So I go to that appointment for the interview, and the guy tells me, "Can you start tomorrow?" It was Wednesday. Wanted me to start Thursday. I said, "No, I got some stuff to do. I can start Monday." He said, "Okay, Monday it is." But then he called me, "Hey, can you start Friday?" And I said, "Well, okay, I start Friday." And it was, I think it was like the first week of December. And I've been there ever since. The job is not hard. You're driving the truck, no touch freight, you go to these places. The only bad thing about this is the wait, because sometimes you go to these places to get unloaded or loaded, and they take freaking forever. Like on Thursday, I had a delivery in Massachusetts. The appointment was supposedly for 6 a.m., but it wasn't. It was for 7 a.m. I got there at 5:45. I got called to move to a door 6:45, and I wasn't there until fucking 12 o'clock, 12:30. So all that fucking time to unload. When I picked up the load, I picked it up in Georgia. I got there at 8:30. I was out of there by 9:45. But this asshole was taking freaking forever to unload me. The one yesterday was supposed to be a quick thing, but I got there at 9:30, checked in and all. I was in the door by 10, and I was out of there by 1:30. So it wasn't as fast as they could have been, but it was faster than the other. But the traffic was insane. Anyway, this company hired me, and I've been with them ever since. And like I said, the job is not hard. No touch freight. The only thing is sometimes, like, I'm the designated over-the-road driver because I have over-the-road experience. Me and another dude. They sent me out. I've been to Colorado twice, which I don't like. Too long. I've been to Georgia 3 times, to Atlanta. Last week, or the week before, I went to Michigan. But the pay is good, so it all balances out. I mean, I get to sleep in the freaking truck 3 times a week, 3 nights of the week. Well, you know, who cares? I mean, they're getting a new truck for me. Should have gotten it by Wednesday, this past Wednesday, but something happened and they put in the lettering and shit, and it wasn't ready. But I'm sure that by Monday I'm gonna be in the new truck. And the pay is great. So there. Oh. And those bikes were flying. They're gone, out of sight. Anyway, I'll catch you guys back up in a little bit. Well, I'm getting close to my house. Next exit is the Hampton Bays exit. It was a nice ride. I don't know what the hell they doing over here. It's some kind of construction. I thought that they were making the road bigger, but what I think they're doing, they putting new high-speed data cables. Verizon's the main corporate, and I think they wiring. See, Verizon Fios was only available to certain areas, and oops. Cops got someone. They were not widely spread because of the, I think the government had like a thing with the cable company. It was anti-competitive, basically. But I think that expired. And Verizon was allowed now to expand the network, so they rewiring the whole freaking Long Island. Everywhere you see Verizon construction, they're laying out new fiber optic cables for the Verizon Fios. So much so that now my Optimum offers the gigabit internet the Verizon Fios was famous for, at a fraction of the cost, of course, and with no contract. So it's good for innovation, it's good for competition. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave me a comment. Any suggestion, you can post them down below. Nasty, smoking a cigarette. And surely gonna be trying to post more videos soon. So until then, this is Classic Bike Rider signing off. See ya.